just like smoking, vaping is just going to be a bad idea for you to pick up. So if you're a young person, or maybe you've been vaping for a while, it's really a good idea to kind of find some plan, some roadmap to stop vaping, because anything like that with substances that you get hooked on is not going to help you out in the long run. And I know for a lot of people it can serve as a coping mechanism, but nicotine is very addictive, and it's not something that's going to be a lasting solution for your happiness. Nicotine essentially is just borrowing a good feeling from later, giving it to you now, and then you pay the price later. Much like with alcohol. In the moment, you're going to feel good, but later on, it's not going to be good for you. You're going to deal with the fallout of using the substance. So, vaping being pushed pretty heavily onto young people today. And back in my day, when I was a young kid, we just played World of Warcraft for like 9 hours straight or something. World of Warcraft was kind of an anomaly where it was a very popular game, kind of like Fortnite when it first had its time in the sun, and then eventually died off and faded into obscurity. But vaping seems to be this trend, sort of, that is picked up by a lot of people. When I was doing landscaping work, these guys were like hiding it in their pockets and then getting a quick hit of the vape while they're riding on their machine. And it's like, what are we doing, man? Why are we doing this? It's there's got to be better ways of handling with the stresses of life. You're vaping, not to mention it's expensive too, with all these pens and that stuff adds up. If you have $5 and you're going to spend it on something, or $10 or whatever, you could take that money, you could maybe invest it, or maybe, buy something nutritious, like buy some frozen vegetables and cook them with your lunch or something like that. Even if you're packing a lunch and you don't have access to a microwave, if you cook some frozen vegetables with some kind of protein, maybe some kielbasa, maybe some pork, maybe some chicken thigh, cut it up with a little rice and frozen vegetables or bread, whatever. I mean, it's just going to be a way better use of your money and energy than ever getting a hit on a vape. You're just siphoning nutrients and energy from your body. There's no redeemable qualities, really, as far as I'm concerned. I was talking with a coworker who was trying to convince me that nicotine is very healthy, and it's actually good for your focus, and essentially there aren't any drawbacks. But why choose to become dependent on something like that? It's going to cost you a lot of money, and it's just going to take away your ability to focus without having some kind of a substance or stimulant. You're going to become reliant on it, and you really don't need that. Vaping, we don't even fully understand the long-term consequences, but if you just think of habits that are helpful to people, vaping is obviously not something that is going to be good for you. So I know it's hard for people, and there's a lot of smoking and things like that are pushed onto people from a young age, and that can kind of stick with you for a while. But maybe just become a computer game addict like me, or something else. I mean, there's less harmful things that you can choose than choosing to vape or smoke tobacco, whatever. Even smoking weed, it's just not, it's not going to give you the drive that you need to improve your life and to reach your potential and your goals. It's going to make you complacent and kind of just fall back and accept your circumstances. And if you want to go anywhere in life, if you want to accomplish anything, you need to be able to focus, and you need to be free from being dependent on things like smoking, vaping, drinking, whatever. it's not good for your teeth. It's not good for your brain. So try, if you can, to find a way to wean off of it, because there's so much out there, really. And if you can get out into the world and see different things, meet different people, see how different people do things, it's really amazing how much you can actually do. So these choices matter, and they affect the direction of your life. Who you hang out with, who you surround yourself with, the environment that you're in, and just leave the door open to being able to come across good things. And you don't necessarily know what's going to happen in life, so you want to set yourself up with as many avenues to reach healthy outcomes and good chances to find success and happiness in life. And you could potentially be closing windows for your long-term health by choosing to vape or smoke or continuing to do so. We know now that it's not good, it's not healthy for you, so give yourself a better chance of health and happiness, and stop vaping, and try to help other people too, because there's no shame really in being addicted to something like that. It's difficult and it's very addictive, and it's not that easy to just stop. So if we can help other people stop doing it, it's going to help them out as well as help yourself out if you are smoking or vaping or have a drinking problem, whatever. And it's just going to be much better for all of us. So that's the thought for today.